Just us, nobody else. Got something for you, but keep it to yourself. I'm feeling curious, want to explore it. Nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute. Before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it. Hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on. Here with me, I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay. We'll take it slow.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Cleveland group has been getting things done. Hard for them to forget their finals defeat at the hands of this team last season. Nothing can erase that, but a win wouldn't hurt. And in this next one, two intelligent, grizzled rosters going toe-to-toe. Shaq,
Not
with
grizzly
sound effects
roster.
like that, and two veteran
Grizzled.
teams like this that know the lay of the land. What do you expect to see tonight?
Well, patience, working for the shots that you really want. Two teams that tend to value each possession. That's the Grizzly sound, right?
It's
Grizzly
not-
Center.
You said Grizzly.
He said grizzled.
Oh,
Because of a
grizzled.
couple of grizzled rosters.
Okay, grizzled cheese sandwich. Okay, I got
Grizzled cheese, yeah.
it. Got it. Sorry
exactly.
about that.
For Grizzly.
But you got to have good fundamentals, Ernie. That's really big. And experience in crunch time. Guys who've been in a position before, they relax. They take great shots. They don't get nervous. That's what I always like.
Yeah, me too. Hey, I got a quick joke for you guys.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. You know why Snoop carries an umbrella?
Why?
For drizzle. Here's Kevin Harlan.
For drizzle.
Tell him sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
We've got an electric crowd here in Golden State's Oracle Arena. Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. A good game here would get this road trip started confidently for the Cavaliers. They've put it all together over the course of their last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
And they've cemented their status over the course of this season as one of the truly elite teams in the NBA. They've done everything we've expected of them.
Boy, Greg, you talk about everything falling into place. They're playing a formidable brand of basketball. They're just fine-tuning now in anticipation of the postseason.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Kevin, Channing Frye's floor spacing puts opposing bigs in a bind. Frye says big guys like to paint. I make them allergic to them. Their big guys want to help, but he can't. He's got to come to Fryland. Just sit out there with me. So it's a pick your poison kind of thing. Kevin, if there's one place I know you'll love, it's Fryland.
That's right, T.A. You and I both, maybe after the broadcast, you and I can swing over there for a bite. About halfway into the season, Doris, teams are already separating themselves from the pack. What are some of the elements you are looking for right now as you take a look at those top teams and trying to figure out a championship contender.
So you know that line, it's about the economy, stupid. It's about the players, right? You got to have players. You got to have stars. The contending teams always have at least 2 or 3 stars. So let's begin there. The other part is you've got to have the right role players around the stars. Think about the Draymond Greens. Think about the Kevin Loves. Guys in those positions that are in support of maybe the guys who have the ball in their hands. Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James. There's got to be an unselfishness, a professionalism, a commitment, all the things that make championships possible on any number of levels.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. Smith is out there with Calderon, and it's Love in at the 5. Now here's LeBron following the shot by Kevin Durant. Smith against Thompson. Back to Smith for the 3. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Smith's got the first basket of the game for Cleveland.
And that's JR's specialty right there. The defense can't let him have a shot. I don't care what kind of range he's in. I'll tell you, you're not going to find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
Here's Calderon. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Yes, that goes in.
You know, Michael Jordan, later in his career, loved that mid-range game. And for LeBron, could it eventually be the same?
The shot's good.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
No good that time. Green with the ball. Picked up by Love. They get it back. Durant. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. James dishes to Love. They double-team Love with the shot. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Love.
Remarkable catch-and-shoot sequence right there from LeBron. Just a killer instinct whenever he gets the ball. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Calderon passes to James. Back to Calderon. No one near him. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I'll tell you, Calderon is so good at getting his body set to face up on that catch and shoot. He makes that look so easy.
Smith with it, picked up by Thompson. He gets stolen by Livingston. Here's Durant. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You have to be careful around Kevin Durant because this guy loves to get fouled on the way up. He views free throws as easy points.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
That free throw good from Durant.
Boy, think about last season for Kevin Durant, guys. He was putting up yet another MVP-type season before that knee injury made him miss extended time. But then he comes back, and he's the MVP of the NBA Finals. I think he'd make that trade, guys.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And for Durant, last season was filled with so much scrutiny for his decision to leave Oklahoma City, go to Golden State. Still, he was having an elite year with his offense before that knee issue.
Well, there's so much talk about where Kevin Durant chose to play that people tended to forget a few things. This is one of the most dangerous and consistent scorers we've ever seen in the NBA. And he will find a way to blend his skill in with any team.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Yeah, he's rising to the occasion as you're trying to keep pace on the scoreboard.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, KD just lethal on the drive to the rack, and he gets a head of steam behind him. Forget about it.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Calderon kicks to Love. It's a pick by Love. Here's LeBron. And no good that time. And Golden State will come the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
Well, certainly it wasn't their best night shooting the basketball. What you have to do is now put it aside and get focused for the next one.
Here's James after the made shot from Klay Thompson.
Well, make no mistake, Kevin, Crowder has got great strength inside. The defense can get physical. It doesn't matter. Jay Crowder's such an efficient scorer, right, guys? I mean, this is one of the league's best finishers, especially for a guy 6'6".
The first free throw is good. And Doris, the three-pointer, a big part of Crowder's offensive game.
Well, no doubt. He's gotten better and better from out there. When you're shooting around 40% from deep range, that's getting it done.
And both free throws good from Crowder.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances at the line. He's going to cash in.
And Green slams it in.
And right now, they have all the momentum. I mean, just look at the score.
No, there's no doubt. You can see it. The lead continues to grow. They're not slowing down. I love the pressure they're applying.
Out to Smith. Here's the three. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Now here's James. Last game he had 34 points. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Now the Warriors moving it up. Durant's got the ball. That one goes in. Durant's got 12 in the game.
Kevin, how about the ability of Durant to make those long strides to the rim and absorb the contact?
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Smith dishes to James. Back to Smith. This one for three. Smith missing again.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
And then Durant with the dunk.
KD is a force of nature. Sensational dunk at the rim.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And really the difference maker on that night, it's their ability to knock down shots from beyond.
Well, I think, Greg, that's where basketball has shifted, right? The three ball is so important nowadays, and they completely took advantage of it.
Chance to check out Klay Thompson. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month, averaging 21 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for any other player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were great, but for him, they're just simply run-of-the-mill.
Agreed. A lot of guys in this league would be very happy with that stat line, but this guy is the real deal. He is built for more.
Warriors leading by 11. Here's Durant.
Unbelievable. How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Now here's LeBron. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game, so many offensive skills in his toolkit. Shot by Crowder, no good. Takes the three. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Thompson. Durant's got 19 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
LeBron against Durant. James, the pass to Crowder. Dishes it to Smith. Cleveland moving it around, and they double him up with LeBron. Clock at 6. Shot to stop the run. And it's Smith missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
The Cavaliers trail by 16. And at this point, everyone knows just how deadly this Warriors offense can be. So many weapons and all the stars that can just take over a game doors. It really is a matter of pick your poison.
Well, to me, Kev, it's arguably one of the best offenses the NBA has ever seen. Statistically, they have put up numbers on par with any other great team in history. The threes are the sizzle, but to measure this team strictly in that category would be a disservice.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Well, you can tell Kevin Durant is percolating right now. He is exceptional at getting to his rhythm.
James with it, guarded now by Durant. There's a screen. Crowder kicks to James. Plenty of space. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
And it goes down 2 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
So it's the Cavaliers now. The Warriors making the shot. Calderon, that's good.
Consistent perimeter ability. That has defined Jose Calderon's career. He's over 40% for his career, and left open, you expect this guy to make those shots.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
Here is Calderon, following the score by Golden State. Pass to Crowder. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon.
Just nice ball movement there to create that shot. Calderon with the dime.
Green. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Calderon kicks to Crowder. Love. Not going to go that time. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. It's Durant on the wing. Over James, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
They set the pick, and Smith gets double-teamed. James kicks to Calderon. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Well, I love watching Green take it all the way to the rack. With his size and speed, he puts a ton of pressure on the defense to foul him.
It's his first trip to the line.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
2 shots.
The first one falls. Once in a while, we talk about the makeup of a good teammate. But, Doris, what are some ominous signs that a player might be in it for more himself as opposed to team.
Well, I think anytime you see someone who's not committed to practicing at the important times, somebody whose availability might be in question, who might let a slight, I don't want to say injury, but a nick or a bump or a bruise, limit their availability, that's obviously a difficult thing.
Sure.
And, the other part is, Kevin, the players that I think have the most success are those that can be as joyous about their teammates' success as they are about their own. That's something that strikes me about the Golden State Warriors. It's a group invested in the group's success, and you see that both monetarily in terms of what some players are willing to give up, and you also see that basketball, someone like a Klay Thompson who has to be effective in fewer shots with the addition of Kevin Durant.
Good breakdown. The Cavs' Tyronn Lue said he never envisioned coaching during his playing career, but Doc Rivers saw something in him.
Well, Doc likes to say that Ty just had a way of bringing people together, a way of connecting. At the same time, Lue is tough enough to speak the truth and point out things that others might be reluctant to say.
And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Warriors.
And the front court really has been getting the job done, scoring the lion's share of the points and really causing all sorts of problems for the opponent. They are a big-time key in why they have such a nice lead to this point.
The Cavaliers trail by 14. Wade kicks to Green. They double him with Green. Cleveland moving the ball around. The drive by Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Wow, what a nice play for Thompson to see a chance to put it on the deck and get to the rim.
Here's Iguodala, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
Kicks to Wade. Green with the block.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Shooting one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them. And this Cavs payroll last season, I mean, the highest in NBA history with luxury tax penalties in the tens of millions. And we saw some friction as they looked to control salary, and LeBron pushed them to add more talent.
That's good from Cook. And the Cavaliers were able to add some key veteran help at the trade deadline.
Yeah, some key contributors they were able to get off of waivers as well. That's how the rich get richer. But with LeBron talking about the team being top-heavy, they needed to add some depth.
Now, here's Green. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down. And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
And here are the Cavaliers now, following the score by Golden State. Cook, good. Cook's got 5 points so far.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Wade dishes to Green. The screen from Thompson. And it's Korver in the corner. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Korver's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Here's Cook. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Cavaliers trail by 15 inside. Here's Green. It's rebounded by West. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's McCaw. Nailed from three-point land. Well, Cleveland shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. Poked loose. And it's the Warriors on the break. Drops in the breakaway layup. He has 5.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Osman, he's covered by Iguodala. Pass to Wade, inside, and the layup falls.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Cook. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Golden State Warriors. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we'll be right back after this. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king.
Oh! Wow, Iguodala, an incredible dunk. Woo, did he leave the ground quickly.
The Cavaliers trail by 20. Wade kicks to Thompson. Green with the ball. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Iguodala against Green. 5 on the clock. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Of course, you've been a color analyst for both men's basketball, women's basketball. Stylistically, what's the difference, in your opinion, between the two, if anything?
Well, I think there are a number of differences. The primary one being athleticism is slowly starting to take shape and more dictate the outcome of success in women's basketball, whereas athleticism has always been a part of dictating the outcome of games. The above-the-rim aspect of the NBA versus, for the most part, the below-the-rim aspect of the WNBA. That would be the primary difference for me.
But the fundamentals, too, sometimes stand out. The women's game, I think, really, you can see fundamentals so strongly.
You can, Kevin, and I think what helped the women's game tremendously was, especially in the WNBA, you had NBA coaches transition to roles in the WNBA, the Bill Lambiers, the Mike Thibault, so they taught that group how to be pros, how to win on that level.
Excellent point. And Jeff Green drops them both.
Well, you look at the Cavs offense, right? It's all about drive and kick. They put the ball into the hands of LeBron and space the floor with that shooting. It's a sort of pick your poison situation.
And a chance to check out the stats for Andre Iguodala. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's right around 5 points a night, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And right now, he's just a role player, but he's working hard and contributing in spurts.
Well, we've certainly seen flashes of what this guy can do, but he has got to find a way to consistently do it if he wants to be a starter.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The Cavaliers trail by 18. To the paint, here's Green. A second chance effort. It's rebounded by Golden State.
That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Well, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
My goodness, can he elevate? That was absolutely one of the best of them.
Greg, it's what makes him one of the premier entertainers in the entire NBA.
Exactly.
The Cavaliers have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland.
Shooting one.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Warriors leading by 17. Here's Iguodala and the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Well, you love that Andre Iguodala seems to relish an opportunity to have contact and have to finish anyway.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Wade. He had 10 points in the win against Chicago.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
Shoots off the screen, and that one good. Wade's got his first points of the game.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to...
Oh,
my God.
That's how you attack. Wow.
How'd he do that? How about Iguodala skying for the throwdown? A little throwback dunk from Andre.
Timeout.
Go ahead.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, and the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you. Listen, the Warriors are an incredible offensive juggernaut, but the reality is this team has been a championship caliber team because of their defense. The versatility of Draymond Green helps contribute to a team that led the league in opponents' field goal percentage and led the league last season in blocks and steals. Truly incredible on that end.
This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Second, the Warriors.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
There's the screen, and they call an illegal screen here. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December, taking a look at Boston. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that number 1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And checking out Cleveland, a game and a half out.
And I think for the Cavaliers, I think they've lived up to their billing this season, that's for sure. It doesn't look like they'll be slowing down anytime soon.
I'd go even one step further. From what I've seen of them to this point, I think their best basketball may still be in front of them.
Korver kicks to Wade. And here's Frye for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, "The mind's a powerful thing, and if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player." Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. Korver sets the screen for Green. For 3, Frye. That shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And, of course, playing against their NBA Finals opponent from a season ago, they hoisted the Larry O'Brien Trophy and sent this club home empty-handed.
The screen from Thompson. Wade kicks to Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Well, we the North starting to turn out some players, right? Out of Toronto, Canada, Tristan Thompson. He doesn't have the most expansive offensive skill set, but guys, his motor is as good as it gets.
The Cavaliers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. And Thompson, one of the most relentless rebounders in the NBA.
Well, this is the elite skill he brings to the table. His durability and nightly effort on the boards make him a hugely valuable player, worthy of that contract.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Then for the Cavaliers, LeBron, he's checked in for Green. And it's Calderon in for Kyle Korver.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
Yeah, affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Young outside. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Doris, they say that one of the toughest things about calling a game is balancing pure basketball knowledge with entertainment. What's your approach with that topic?
Do you know that was the last piece of broadcasting that I think fell into place for me? For a long time, I felt like I was proving myself, Kevin, so I didn't relax and enjoy it. But my son one time said to me, when we were watching a game, he said, Mom, you have to understand when the announcers are having fun, we're having fun.
Chemistry is such a big part of it, isn't it?
Crucial.
That free throw good from Young. Now here's Calderon. 8 points his last outing. Knocked loose. It's Crowder on the wing. That three off the mark.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, obviously, I think when you watch the Golden State Warriors, when their pieces are clicking and humming all at the same time, it seems to me, guys, they're unbeatable.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The free throw drops for West. Well, to illustrate your point with the Warriors, Doris, they were 60-0 last season when they had hit 10 threes in a game. Only if their shooters go extremely cold do they let games slip away.
This is correct, Kev, and that's exactly what you expect from great teams. There is so much firepower on their team that unless they struggle to shoot the basketball, you're going to have a hard time beating them.
And LeBron James putting a lot of pressure on the Cavs to surround him with the talent to compete. Doris, yet right at the draft and start of free agency, the team going in a new direction in the front office.
Right, you're talking about a case of bad timing. Stars like Paul George and Jimmy Butler changing teams. You have to question the thinking to allow that front office turmoil at such a critical juncture. You know, rough start for him, but he seems to have turned the corner here in the second period.
And Fry kicks to James. Durant with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. West leading the charge.
Boy, how about that look from Klay Thompson? For a player known for his shooting, that passing, very special.
James outside. He feeds it to Smith. They set the pick. 4 on the clock, and the wide open shot from Crowder offline with his 3.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And something that surprised me last season was the play of Kevin Durant on the defensive end. He's always been, Doris, considered a solid defender. but he seemed to make a bigger jump last year in how he impacted that end of the floor.
Well, let's remember, Kev, that there was so much talk about who would protect the rim for the Golden State Warriors when Kevin Durant came aboard. Turns out he was their rim protector. This guy has a career high in blocks and formed an incredible duo with Draymond Green up front. Just great stuff.
That free throw, no good.
Well, Kevin Durant, one of the more efficient players that we have ever seen. This guy is a juggernaut by himself on the offensive end. He can score from virtually any spot on the court.
And the Warriors making a change here. Pachulia is checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Love's checked in. Second free throw, no good. And the Cavs over the last few seasons setting records when it comes to three-pointers made.
And really, they did a good job of surrounding LeBron with floor spacers. They doubled down on that when they got Channing Frye. And then when he and Kevin Love play together in the front court, the Cavs can bury you with their long-range shooting.
Smith kicks to James. 6 to shoot. Calderon for 3. Here's Love. Lays it up off the glass.
Boy, how do you like the determination from Love right there? You have to put a body on this guy whenever a shot goes up.
And then Durant with the dunk.
You just got to love the way he moved the ball. Very unselfish.
I tell you, he's looking to set up his guys as much as possible, and you can tell his teammates really appreciate it. Guys, that's number 2 on him, and they do not need him to sit right away, but one more foul before the half, and he'll be headed to the bench.
2.
Free throw good, James. And LeBron James last season playing in his 7th consecutive NBA Finals. Doris, a streak only surpassed by the great Bill Russell.
And for context, Kevin, remember in the 60s when Bill Russell played, the finals were just the second round. What LeBron is doing is so much harder. To think that in 12 postseasons he has been to the finals 8 times, nothing short of astounding.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick. And if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
And really, Smith is always looking to fire as soon as he touches the ball. The D has to be more aware of that quick trigger.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Love. And LeBron always feels like he can get past his man. It's that next level of the D he focuses on.
And if I'm the help, I play him for the pass. I don't want to be in that poster. Maybe the most devastating finisher in league history.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. You think of Klay Thompson and you think of his great shooting ability. But Doris, he is just as impactful on the other side of the ball.
But to me, Kevin, he is one of the elite two-way players in the game because though he doesn't get a ton of steals or blocks, when it comes to guarding the James Hardens or the Russell Westbrooks, Klay always draws that assignment and does an incredible job.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
I'll tell you, there are a lot of pretty jump shots in the NBA, but for my money right now, Klay Thompson is right at the top. He has perfected and honed his form, and boy, when he gets hot, it's lights out.
This Cavaliers squad is struggling. Here's Calderon. It's rebounded by Golden State. Durant's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And for Klay, Doris, and his shooting, he has worked to complete his entire set of offensive options. started as just a shooter, but now he is a threat on many fronts.
Well, he's one of the best shooters to play right now in today's NBA, but the reality is he has greatly improved his ability to finish at the rim and play with his back to the basket. The jumper's always going to be the primary weapon, but now he's balanced that with a number of other options.
Livingston. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Calderon in the corner. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's Durant missing.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. For Cleveland, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And the first one at the line is good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And Doris, coming into the NBA, Love's game was centered around the basket, a double-double machine.
Well, think about this, Kev. One of 5 players in the last 3 decades to average over 15 rebounds for an entire season. He did that in 2011. And he still remains a factor on the boards because he's got terrific understanding of positioning and great lower body strength. I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Well, the long-range game is just superb. Klay Thompson has built his career on his ability to shoot with range.
Smith against Thompson, and it's Smith penetrating. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Durant. Thompson inside the line. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And it's 9 points for Klay Thompson.
How about the incredible floor awareness from Kevin Durant? Such a sense for when one of his teammates has a clean look.
Smith with a wide open look. And another 3 for Cleveland.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Thompson with the bucket.
Well, you simply cannot allow Klay Thompson any daylight to shoot the basketball, especially in the mid-range.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half of the game. LeBron is doubled, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. The Warriors, number 1. The Cavaliers, 4th.
These two teams have really passed the ball well all season. They share it, they move it. It's really a pleasure to watch how they approach the game.
Here's Thompson. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 8th rebound here tonight. For 3, Smith. Again, the miss by Smith.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
They get it back. Livingston, and he lays it straight in.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
You know, I think he senses a team on the ropes, and he's looking to put them away. That killer instinct is shining through once again.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
Boy, how about the long strides of Klay Thompson? You sell out on the jumper, he puts it on the deck and drives it.
51 seconds left in the second quarter. LeBron kicks to Smith. Lets the 3 fly. And it's LeBron missing.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first. Keeping the pressure on and starting to pad this lead around the halfway point.
Yeah, seems like they're starting to pull away a bit right now. They just look a little faster and a little hungrier than the opposition right now.
And the dunk by Smith.
Just an example of what sets LeBron apart from everyone else. The ability to set up his teammates for easy scores while being so dominant himself.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
And Durant comes to help. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And maybe pushing too hard at this point, getting a little desperate.
Yeah, it certainly looks like they're forcing it. They're trying to make quick, hard decisions instead of focusing on making the right play.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Wade passes to LeBron. Here's Love. Great. See that time from Green.
Well, he gets the separation he needs. You can't say the same for his aim, though.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Kyle, a little tough there offensively in the first half. How do you guys get going in the second?
Just, keep on moving the ball, play with energy, play with the pass. I mean, they're a great defensive team. It's what they do. So it's going to be tough tonight, but we did all right.
Hey, Kyle, thanks a lot for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have an exhilarated home crowd joining us for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 27 points, 3 assists, and 6 rebounds. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
I love the way they're getting after it in the paint. Moving bodies, attacking the rim, scoring at will. Sometimes teams try to hurt you with the 3-ball. They went right for the heart of the defense. Look at them to keep pounding it inside and staying physical.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
He's so explosive. That little cut he makes, and then it's life above the rim.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. The Warriors shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Durant, the sharpshooters, at the 2 and the 3. Inside, we've got Draymond at the 4 and Pachulia to his side. And it's Livingston in at the point. Crowder kicks to James. Love with the screen on Durant. Just 5 on the clock. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
That's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
And here's Calderon. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Love outside. Durant with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. Durant's running, and then Durant with the jam.
Boy, Kevin Durant, an absolute nightmare in transition. Combined size, speed, great scoring ability. Look out.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Here's James. Calderon kicks to LeBron. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Smith, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what, but there's no reason for that kind of shot.
The pass to Calderon. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. And a look here at the shot chart for Durant.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Love dishes to LeBron. Green kicks to Pachulia. Crowder with the steal. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Rough start to the third quarter. 4 attempts, no makes.
You look at the influences and former coaches of Steve Kerr, and it's easy to see why Kerr has been a success as a coach.
Well, I think if you look about how this man goes about his business, it's important to recognize he played for Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich, and certainly takes advantage of the wisdom he learned from 2 of the all-time greats. Think back to his college coach, Lute Olson. So much of his offensive approach with the fast pace and the discipline came from Lute. It's so smart to take a little bit from each one of the mentors and the guys you've played for.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
There's the dish to Smith. A three-pointer off the mark. Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Cleveland's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. No one near James as he lets it go. No good on the three. Here's Durant. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Well, you wouldn't think about it with the position he plays, but, you know, Doris Pachulia is an underrated playmaker, very knowledgeable about how to space the floor, and also can drop a perfect pass to a cutter if you let him.
Well, he's the near-perfect teammate because he always understands the role that you want him to play. High IQ, he sees the floor, and he's very unselfish, Kev. He likes to make that extra pass.
The Cavaliers shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Outside, Green. Back to Fry. Jeff Green on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Smith for 3. And it's Smith again missing.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he's not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
McCaw has gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. Will it go? And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Calderon. And that's 17 points for Smith.
He tore it up from downtown in the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out. The other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
Calderon with it. He's got 8. Smith outside. Calderon passes to Green. From downtown, McCaw grabs the miss.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Young's checked in for Green. A switch here also for Cleveland. Thompson's checked in. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's West. From 13 feet, it goes down. West has got 8 points.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Calderon dishes to Thompson. Outside, Green. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And what about the strength from Thompson there to go up, take the hit, still convert the play? Nice.
And Tristan Thompson in the middle, a player, Greg, who understands his role.
He just plays hard and does the little things. Defense, rebounding, energy. When he's blocking shots and protecting the rim, he is one of the best bigs in our league.
One shot.
Thompson no good on the free throw. They kick it out to Green. The feed to Calderon. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
One shot, gentlemen.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
You know, you have to remember in 2009, Jose Calderon is the guy who set the record for free throw percentage in a season, over 98%. Hey, that may never be topped.
The screen from Thompson. Green draws the double. Trying to find Thompson, he gets it to him. 5 to shoot. Fry, good.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now Calderon. 8 points for him. And Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
West gets the bucket.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Korver attacking. He dishes it to Calderon. Over in the corner, Green. Offensive rebound. Thompson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Thompson's got 7.
You know, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Durant for 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Durant's got 39.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
Calderon kicks to Thompson. Tipped away. Durant with the steal. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's McCaw. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, make no mistake, KD is a terrific passer, good at reading the floor and making the right decision.
Korver, good.
I tell you what, he's got an unreal feel for that corner 3. Huge mistake to give him that shot uncontested.
Over in the corner, Green. No good with the triple. Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Durant, and he converts the layup. Durant's got 41.
Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
No good from Fry. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Korver kicks to Green. Now, here's Fry, defended by Durant. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. Feeds to Calderon. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Warriors shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. Another shot. And Durant lays it in. Durant's got 43 points.
Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
Thompson, high post. He has 7. Outside, Green. Green draws the double. And here's Fry from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Cook's got 4 rebounds in this game. McCaw with the bucket. McCaw has got 13.
Boy, what great body control you saw there, laying it up and in despite having the defense draped all over him.
Here's Green. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Nick Young.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Jeff Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. And both free throws good for Green. And it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. McCaw misses. The Cavaliers shooting is leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Here's Wade. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest 2 guards to ever play.
And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly, Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all defense, the all-NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles.
And that one falls for Wade. And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Love's checked in for Thompson. Both free throws good from Wade. Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their 3-point. Oh!
My goodness. Iguodala at his best. A terrific drive. Gets to the rim with ease.
Well, Cleveland shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. It's a pick by Love. Wade kicks to Love. Stolen by Thompson. And Young, here we go. And Young with the stuff.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish. Pass to Wade. Over Thompson. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Young's shot is off.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Wade kicks to Korver. Off target with his three. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Love with the screen for Wade. Ripped away. Thompson passes to Iguodala. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Love with the screen on West. Green, the screen. Wade dishes to Love. Over in the corner, Green. Three-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. Cook's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Young, here we go. Iguodala against Green, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And some changes here for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for West. Draymond Green comes in for Nick Young, and it's Livingston in for Cook. And then for Cleveland, Jay Crowder comes in for Green, and James subbed in for Kyle Korver. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Dishes it to Crowder. Trains the three-pointer. Crowder's got 7 points.
Well, so quick off the pass. I mean, Crowder timing that shot perfectly, staying one step ahead of the defense.
Here's Livingston, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV.
Goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
It is the truth, though. His vertical is a huge part of what makes him tough to defend at the basket.
And Green gets it to go.
Boy, you have to respect how aggressive Draymond Green is. If he's got the ball in his hands, he's ready to fire.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Cavaliers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. On the court for Cleveland. That's a 2 from Crowder. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Crowder's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Cavs. It's Bell on the wing. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Cleveland with the ball. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Count it.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Pass to Iguodala. Over James. Iguodala no good. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Osman. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
I tell you, there are players who can get thrown off when they're that wide open, but this guy keeps his cool and doesn't rush it.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
And they double up James. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Crowder with another miss. Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
Wow, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Or as it seems like individual all-star and MVP voting is heavily influenced by how players' teams perform. Is that a good thing?
Well, I will say this, Kevin. I have a vote in some of the postseason awards. And if, in fact, I've got two players at the same position and I need some line of demarcation to separate one from another, a team's win-loss record may influence that. Now, you might say it's unfair, but sometimes the difference between a player making it and not making it is minuscule. I would say this to you, Kevin. I would like to see all-star teams go out to 15 players as opposed to 12. There are 3 teams, first, second, and third, all NBA. Why not have 15 guys on the all-star team?
Excellent idea. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. To the left side wing. Misses the 3. The Warriors have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Well, Andre Iguodala going to flex a little muscle on the drive. How good is he at absorbing contact and finishing at the rim?
Here's James. Pass to Zizic. Back to LeBron from the arc. Rebounded by Bell.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Thompson with the bucket.
Well, Thompson is getting increasingly difficult to stop on the dribble drive. When he gets hit, he stays with the play.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. LeBron against Bell. 6 to shoot. Osman. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Off the left rim and out. Warriors have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. The shot's good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Cleveland's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. It's stolen by Livingston. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, the athleticism and speed gets Andre Iguodala to the rack, and then the strength of frame to absorb the hit. Beautiful.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Iguodala.
You know, if you ask most coaches in the league who is the best player off the bench, they'll probably tell you Andre Iguodala. He just gives you so much, right? The ability to be a playmaker, to make open shots. He's an incredible floor leader for the second unit. Everything you could ask for in a sub, it's Andre Iguodala.
And Iguodala drops them both. And for Andre Iguodala, most coaches would tell you he is the best off-the-bench option in the league, but he doesn't look like he'll ever win a 6th Man of the Year award.
And I think, Kevin, that goes to how the award is voted on more than it says anything about Andre Iguodala's impact on a basketball game. The 6th Man of the Year is usually the highest scoring reserve. Iguodala's effect on winning goes well beyond putting points on the board.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Got a piece of it. And pushing it up is Golden State Warriors again in transition.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
LeBron with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. There's the pick. And Fry has it in the corner. Doris, as always, this question about resting players. Fans pay hundreds of dollars for tickets and parking and everything else, expecting the healthy guys to play. Why shouldn't there be a requirement for them to suit up?
Well, again, you have Commissioner Adam Silver attempting to address this and making it known during the finals that there would be some limitations based on the ability to rest players, that there would be strong encouragement to rest players at home because your fans obviously have more of an opportunity to see them at home. Listen, Kevin, I think fans need to be able to see the stars. At the same time, it's a strenuous 82-game stretch. Have we addressed it in terms of lengthening the season and shortening the preseason? What I do like is that the NBA is aware that there is an issue, and they are working proactively to fix it.
As is their custom. They always do that.
Correct.
Two shots.
The first one falls. Some changes for Golden State. Nick Young's checked in for Iguodala. And Cook subbed in for Sean Livingston. And the Cavaliers making a change here. He's off on the second. Of course, not too long ago, changes were made to the intentional foul rule. In your observation, has this made a positive difference?
Well, I certainly love that the away from the play fouls were extended to include the last 2 minutes of each period. I don't think you should necessarily give an advantage to a team that is playing from behind by intentionally fouling a poor free throw shooter. So that's one. I do believe now the bigger issue in the NBA has become these shooting fouls where the shooter is launching himself into a defender. I think that the NBA will take a hard look at that and make any necessary change, Kev.
Totally agree, Doris. I don't want to pinpoint one player, but James Harden has made that an art form.
That's correct.
Now, here's Calderon. Doris, we know there's a lot of trash talking on the court. Some of it is unfriendly, some of it not so much, just kind of playing around. When do you consider comments going over the line?
Well, given that I'm not necessarily privy to exactly everything that's said, I imagine much of it not PG rated, Kevin.
No.
I would say that's an issue for the players to decide. If
Yeah.
you step over the line, you're going to feel me in some way, shape, or form.
I don't know, though, we've ever had a time in any professional sport, but in particular the NBA, where there has been a real feeling of community among the players. I mean, I think in the olden days, there was genuine hatred, and there's some of that now, but there is really a feel like, hey, we are all in this together.
Maybe too much so.
Maybe too much so.
I enjoyed watching Larry Bird, who was supposed to be amongst the best trash talkers, get into the head of the player. Draymond Green is the current iteration of perhaps the best trash talker. I say, listen, let him yap a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
He's taking Kevin Garnett's place in that regard, I think.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Out to the wing, and here's Fry from the arc. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Calderon's got 6 assists now in the game. Here's Young. Korver with the defensive effort. Well, Cleveland shooting around 41% on the night. Osman trying to get open is Thompson, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I'll tell you guys, what a delivery on that lead pass. He puts it right where his teammate can go get it.
Again, Young missing. And here's Calderon. And Doris, in the collective bargaining agreement, great news for retired players. Health insurance options, pensions will increase, tuition reimbursement fund. What does that mean to these players who gave everything they had for this great game?
You know what I love about this, Kevin? I think each of us stands on the shoulders of the people who came before us, right? Everybody is the product of all the experience that came before. So
yes.
You think back to some of the ages that shaped the NBA, the Bill Russell Celtics, the Jerry West Lakers, and then go on through the generations. It's important we acknowledge their contributions. I absolutely love what this CBA has afforded these retired players.
And I think the NBA actually has taken a lead in that among all of the national sports.
You know what, Kevin? I think the NBA, because of their great leadership, they're always opportunistic to say, how can we make it better for our players? How can we make it better for the fans?
And other leagues are following. Well said, Doris. The baseline J. Here's Young, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Young's got 10 points in the quarter. Well, Cleveland shooting has been just great in the fourth quarter, 54%. To the inside, here's
Oh, my goodness. Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Pachulia, no luck. And the Cavaliers with possession. Kicks it to Fry. Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Fry's got 14 points now in the second half.
And you can see where they're attacking here in the fourth, strictly from the perimeter.
Well, they've got the green light to pull the trigger from three, and I'll tell you, they've put it to good use here.
Calderon kicks to Fry. Puts up a three. Here's Thompson. McCaw grabs the miss. McCaw has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Young. It's hauled in by Fry.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Down low. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Young. And the jam by Nick Young.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Durant.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Pachulia, no luck. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball on the wing. Korver kept alive. Cleveland moving the ball around. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
You know, the court vision, that's a given with Jose Calderon, a veteran hand at the point guard spot.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They lead by 42. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
You know, I think it's an opportunity just for the coach to see some execution. Finish this thing out the right way.
Now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. Here is Cook. Young outside. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. No good from West. And so it's Cleveland with it. The drive by Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
2 shots.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Young, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
Shooting Golden State, Nick Young. Taking 2 shots.
Two shot.
That's good from Young. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Calderon with it. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Andre. Good game for you and the team tonight. Is this a bigger win considering the team you beat?
I think it's just a good win, period. You know, we can't really think about who our opponent is. So it was a good matchup, good way for us to measure ourselves, and we got another big one Friday.
Always another game on the schedule, Dre. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.